那故事是不是 OK？ 我从这边走啊。
阿里波。Haribo!
Jayom Vishnupad Paramahansa Paribrajacharya Ashtatarasata Sri Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Srila Prabhupada Ki Nitya Lila Pravishta Srila Gorkishore Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Nitya Lila Pravishta Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Nitya Lila Pravishta Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Shri Rup Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Dasa Raghunath Sagoswami Prabhu Ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vyasa Gaur Bhaktavinda Ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shyam Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan Ki Vrindavan Mayapur Dham Ki Ganga Mae Yamuna Mae Ki Tulsi Maharani Bhakti Devi Ki Yuga Dharma Harinam Sankirtan Ki all glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories Sri Guru, Sri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschacha Deshatari.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare. So today we are very happy to be in this auspicious occasion of the Vyasa Puja celebration of His Holiness Bhakti Vignana Narasimha Swami Maharaj. Srimad Bhakti Vignana Narasimha Swami Maharaj ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki. So our program will begin with Kirtan. His blessed Devadharan Prabhu is here with us. He will offer Vaishnava glorification by singing Ohe Vaishnava Thakur, and then after that we will request His Holiness to give Vyasa Puja address for all the devotees. So at this moment we are taking opportunity to welcome all the devotees who have assembled here to participate in this program, and also we have got devotees attending online from different parts of the world. Dear devotees, big welcome, Hari Bol to you. So now, as we said, we will commence this program with Ohe Vaishnava Thakur, now to Devadharan Prabhu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Vrishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunnavadi Pasattade Satarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasadi Sri Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare Dayara Sagara Edase Koruna Kori
Ohe Vaishnava Thakura Dayara Sagara Edase Koruna Kori
Ohe Vaishnava Thakura Dayara Sagara Edase Koruna Kori
Ohe Vaishnava Thakura Dayara Sagara Edase Koruna Kori
Diya Pada Chaya Sadha
করুণা করি
ছায় বেগদমে ছায় দশ সধি ছায় গুণ দেহ দাসে ছায় বেগদমে
ছায় দোষ সরি ছায় গুণ দেহ দাসে
ছায় বেগদমে ছায় দশ সধি ছায় গুণ দেহ দাসে ছায় বেগদমে ছায় দশ সধি ছায় গুণ দেহ
দাসে
ছায় সৎসঙ্গ দেহ হে আমারে ছায়
সৎসঙ্গ দেহ হে আমারে
বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর ছায় সৎসঙ্গ দেহ হে আমারে ছায়
সৎসঙ্গ দেহ হে আমারে
বসেছি সঙ্গের আসে আমি বসেছি সঙ্গের
আছি
ওহে বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর দয়ার সাগর এ দাসে করুণা করি
ওহে বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর দয়ার সাগর এ দাসে করুণা করি
একাকী আমার নাহি পাইব হরি নাম সংকীর্তনে একাকী আমার নাহি পাইব
হরি নাম সংকীর্তনে
আমার একাকী আমার নাহি পাইব হরি নাম সংকীর্তনে একাকী আমার নাহি পাইব হরি
হরি
নাম
নাম সংকীর্তনে
তুমি কৃপা করি শ্রদ্ধা বিন্দু দিয়া তুমি
কৃপা করি শরবিন্দু দিয়া
তুমি কৃপা করি শ্রদ্ধা বিন্দু দিয়া তুমি
কৃপা করি শরবিন্দু দিয়া
দেহ কৃষ্ণ নাম ধনে দেহ কৃষ্ণ
নাম দানে
ওহে বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর দয়ার সাগর এ দাসে করুণা করি
হে বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর দয়ার সাগর এই দাসে করুণা করি
কৃষ্ণ সে তোমার কৃষ্ণ দিতে পারো তোমার শক্তি আছে
কৃষ্ণ সে তোমার কৃষ্ণ দিতে পার তোমার শক্তি আছে
আর কৃষ্ণ সে তোমার কৃষ্ণ দিতে পারো তোমার শক্তি আছে
কৃষ্ণ সে তোমার
কৃষ্ণ দিতে পারো তোমার শক্তি
আছে
আমি তো কাঙাল কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ বলি
আমি তো গঙ্গা কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ বলি
কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ বলি আমি
তো গঙ্গা
pache.
Jai pade pache pache.
Ohe Vaishnava Thakur Dayar Sagar Edase Karuna Kori.
Ohe Vaishnava Thakura Dayar Sagara Edase Karuna Kori.
Jaya Vaishnava Thakur Jaya Vaishnava Thakur Vaishnava Thakur Jaya Vaishnava Thakur.
Jai Vaishnava Thakur Vaishnava Thakur Jaya Vaishnava Thakur.
Jaya Vaishnava Thakur Jaya Vaishnava Thakur Vaishnava Thakur Jaya Vaishnava Thakur.
Jaya Vaishnava Thakur Vaishnava Thakur Vaishnava Thakur Jaya
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Jai Jai Prabhupada 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 Prabhupada.
Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva.
Gurudeva Gurudeva Jai Gurudeva.
Jai Guru Devanande.
Wonderful.
So now we'll request His Holiness to give his Vyasa Puja address for all the devotees. I hope those who are in online, they are able to hear us. Vinay Prabhu, is it sound is okay? Can you confirm with them? They are able to hear everything?
From Yoga Pit. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami iti namane. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Pascharcha Deshatarine Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhaivacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vyasa Gaur Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So I've had some very good fortune in my life. Although I had a lot of misfortune, I had some very good fortune that I was able to contact the Krishna consciousness movement when I was still a young man. So that was really a blessing for me that I could come in touch with Krishna consciousness. I'd been looking for a spiritual guide, a spiritual teacher, and somehow I had the good fortune to purchase a book of Srila Prabhupada's, and that brought me to visit to the Krishna Conscious Temple, which had been established in London. It had already been established for a couple of years, but I'd never gone there. But after getting the book, and after actually reading some of the book, then I was convinced that I really had to go and visit the Krishna Conscious Center and find out more about the Krishna consciousness teachings. So I had my own philosophy before going there, and it was really enlightening for me to go there and meet the devotees. In those days, devotees were very young, teenagers even. And they didn't really have a lot of education, but they had a lot of spiritual potency. They were very convinced about Krishna consciousness. They had great faith in what they were doing. And I thought I had some philosophy. I thought I knew about spiritual life. But after I talked to them, I realized I didn't know anything. They knew much more than I had ever learned. So I began to go regularly. I took the process up seriously. And this is how Krishna consciousness works. In the Nectar of Devotion, Srila Prabhupada describes how Krishna consciousness is within every living entity. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishna Das Kaviraj describes, Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Sadhya Kabunai Shravanadi Shuddhachite Korihi Udai. The love of Krishna is in the heart of every living entity. And it is awakened by hearing. So the purpose of the Krishna consciousness movement is to give people the opportunity to hear about Krishna. And if by hearing they can awaken their Krishna consciousness. The example is given like the young child. At birth, child cannot walk. But gradually, with practice, the child learns to walk. The walking capacity is dormant in the child. It hasn't developed. It takes a little time for the child to grow and to practice, and gradually the child begins to walk. So in the same way, Krishna consciousness is dormant within the hearts of all living entities. And we want to awaken that Krishna consciousness. Last night I was teaching a course on the Bhakti Vaibhav to some devotees in the Middle East, and we were doing the section on Vritasura. And there's a very wonderful purport there, because the verse was actually about Vritasura, how the demigods had come to a great sage called Dadichi, and they were requesting Dadichi to give the bones from his body. You know, it's an unusual request, right? Somebody comes to you, would you like to, could you give your bones? Yeah. So Dadichi was very rich in austerity and also transcendental knowledge. And he did not refuse the demigods. But he wanted to hear some religious teachings from them. So for a little while he was saying, you know, the body is the thing we're most attached to. You want me to give the bones from my body? You know, don't you know death is the most painful thing? The time of death, leaving the body, is very painful. You want me to give up my body so you can get my bones? Like this, Dadichi was speaking to the demigods, and he wanted to hear what the demigods were going to say. Dadichi was already willing to give the body to give up the body. He was not attached to the material world. He understood the nature of the material world, that there's no real pleasure, no real happiness there. So he was ready to sacrifice his life so that the demigods could get his bones. But he wanted to hear some philosophy from them. So the demigods replied to Dadichi that, you know, it's difficult sometimes to beg. When you go begging, maybe when you took initiation, did you go and do begging? Did you go and beg donations from people? It's not very easy. We haven't done that too often. It's not common practice. But sometimes, you know, we do that. So some devotees, you ask them to go and sing kirtan and distribute books, and they feel very shy. They don't like to approach people, and they don't like to ask them to give money. So the demigod said, it's very difficult, you know, you should understand it's difficult sometimes to beg. And they also said, you know, it's also difficult for people to give sometimes, because not everybody has wealth that they can give to others. Some people are poor, and they don't have enough for themselves even. So how can they give charity to others? So the demigod said, it's difficult sometimes to ask, and it's difficult also to give. This was how the demigods replied. So Dadichi thought, very nice. He said, all right, I'll give you my body. Anyway, there's a purport in this section where Prabhupada talks about how, just as the demigods were in a very difficult position, life-threatening condition, because this demon Vritasura had been created, and he was fighting on the side of the demons against the demigods. So he said, in the same way, at the present time, Prabhupada's talking, 1970s, he said, at the present time, the world is also in a very precarious situation, very dangerous situation. And he said, we need young people to sacrifice their life and join this Krishna consciousness movement. He said, we need people of knowledge, people who are educated and cultured to take up this Krishna consciousness movement and to spread God consciousness around the world. He said, it's the only hope to save the suffering humanity. People are suffering. One devotee wrote to me recently from Malaysia. She's working as a doctor, and she told me how her hospital had been made into a COVID hospital. And she was telling me how so many people are dying there. People are suffering, not only because of COVID. In Prabhupada's time also, they were suffering. The same miseries are there. It hasn't changed. There's always old age and disease and death for everyone. And of course, sometimes the disease and death may come before you're old. Young people also die. There's no guarantee that we will live forever or live to old age. But Prabhupada was taking advantage of this situation in the Srimad Bhagavatam to describe the mood in which people should take up this Krishna consciousness movement, that they should want to dedicate their life for the service of Krishna consciousness. And they should want to do this out of compassion for people who are suffering in this material world. We should feel genuine concern for the welfare of people. all over the world. In fact, not only people, all living entities. A devotee is kind to all creatures. The trees, the plants, the insects, but especially our preaching is meant for the people. We want to enlighten the people about Krishna consciousness. So that compassion has to be there. Prabhupada gives examples. He said, just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, at the age of 24, he left his young wife, who was only 16, and his elderly mother, who was a widow. He left them alone to take sannyas for the higher cause. The cause was to deliver the world the teaching of Krishna consciousness, to establish the Krishna conscious mission. And then we have also the example of Lord Chaitanya's principal followers, like the 6 Goswamis. The 6 Goswamis, Rupa Sanatan, Raghunath, whose appearance day is today, Raghunath Bhatta, Gopal Bhatta, Jiva Goswami. They all came from good families, well-educated, cultured families. Raghunath was very wealthy. Rupa and Sanatan also had incredible wealth. They gave it all up to join Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission, to go and live in Vrindavan as mendicants, to establish the holy place, to rediscover the holy places of Krishna's pastimes, and to establish temples for the benefit of the future devotees. Just like this temple which is coming up now here in Mayapur, we don't know when it will open. It may take some more years. But for the future mankind, for the future devotees, that they will come and benefit, they'll see the big temple which has been established by the Krishna consciousness movement. Just like in Vrindavan, Rupa Goswami is said to have built Govindaji temple, but many others also helped. He got help from others like Raghunath Bhatta Goswami. He also arranged substantial financial support for the construction of the temple. So it's Krishna consciousness is teamwork. We all work together to try to establish the Krishna consciousness movement. At the same time, there's transcendental competition. Prabhupada encouraged that. Just like every year they would have Christmas marathon. Try to distribute more books. We were hearing Indrajumna Swami was saying the other day on a call to China devotees, he was telling how in America this year, over a 6-week period, they distributed 2 million copies of the Bhagavad Gita. It's a very noteworthy achievement. 2 million copies. Of course, it's nothing compared to what Christians will distribute when it comes to the Bible. But still, Bhagavad Gita is very good. It's a very big achievement. More people are getting the books. Of course, we want to see not only Bhagavad Gita, we'd like to see Srimad Bhagavatams everywhere. That every home has a set of Srimad Bhagavatam. Prabhupada had his vision for the future of the Krishna consciousness movement. That the judges in the high court would all have tilak. They'd all be devoted. And in the parliament, all the members of parliament should be twice initiated brahmanas, following the 4 principles. Prabhupada had wonderful vision for the future. We're still developing. This is the beginning of the Krishna consciousness movement. Sometimes people say, oh, where are your temples? Where is this? Where is that? We have to say, well, we're a very new society, right? We just celebrated 50 years a few years ago. We thought that's a big achievement. 50 years. Of course, 50 years is just the beginning. Buddhism has been around 2,500 years. Christianity is 2,000 years. Islam is less than that. These religions, they're all more than 1,000 years old. So Krishna consciousness, it's new, but at the same time it's not new. When I was giving class to Russia the other day, somebody asked me that, because I'd mentioned that this teaching has a history of thousands of years. So he was surprised. He said, I thought this was a new movement. I thought this was a new society. Yes, ISKCON is new, but Krishna consciousness is not new. ISKCON is the new society, a new name. Like Prabhupada wrote one beautiful poem glorifying his spiritual master for his Vyasa Puja. He said, oldest of all, but in new dress, miracle done, your divine grace. Right? The oldest of all, Krishna consciousness, but in a new dress. This Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati established Gaudiya Math, and then afterwards Srila Prabhupada comes along and establishes ISKCON. It's the new dress for the oldest thing. Krishna consciousness is not new, it's very old. It goes back to the beginning of time, to the birth of Lord Brahma, with the beginning of the birth of Brahma from the lotus flower. He gets the holy name, he gets Krishna consciousness. Lord Brahma is our Adi Guru in our Sampradaya. And so he was the devotee from the beginning. He got Krishna consciousness. So Krishna consciousness is not a new thing, it's eternally there in the spiritual world. Goloka, Vaikuntha, they're all pure devotees. They're all Krishna conscious. They're Nitya Siddhas, eternally liberated souls. So this Krishna consciousness movement is another opportunity for all of us, rebellious souls, that we can be awakened to Krishna consciousness, that we can re-establish ourselves in the Krishna conscious platform. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would say, Jiver Swarupahaya Nitya Krishna Das. That the living entity's constitutional position is to be the servant of Krishna. So we have that Krishna consciousness, we just have to develop it. We want to take up the process faithfully, seriously, and endeavor to get out from this material world. There will always be turmoil here in this world. This is the place. This planet is called Mrityu Loka, the planet of death. Prabhupada would say death is sure. So we don't want to lament about these things. Jai, His Holiness Subhak Swami Maharaj ki. We don't want to be bewildered. We don't want to be lamenting about the body getting old, getting diseased, and dying. We want to take full advantage to develop our God consciousness, to go back home, back to Godhead. Would you like to speak, Maharaj? They'll be happy to hear from you. And many people are in China listening also.
Achha, very nice.
So you're going to visit many countries from here. This is a nice way to travel.
Yes.
To sit here in one place and be everywhere.
Shall we call it virtual?
Yeah, we're just like being the super soul, you know, Krishna's everywhere.
Nice presentation. Yeah.
Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, Hong Kong, China,
Philippines?
Taiwan. No, I don't go to Philippines.
Thailand, Bangkok.
Thailand.
Speak, I just came to see, to listen what you speak.
I've been explaining the urgency of Krishna consciousness and how Prabhupada wrote in the purport in the 6th canto in relation to Dadichi Muni. Prabhupada was imploring people, educated people, to sacrifice their life for the service of the Krishna consciousness movement. Just like Dadichi sacrificed his body for the demigods to get his bones, he said, you people, you young people, educated people, you should sacrifice your life for this Krishna consciousness movement. Because the world, people are suffering all over the world and they need to be delivered. And only Krishna consciousness is the solution to the problems of the world. There's no other solution but Krishna consciousness. Everything else they may try, you know, they're thinking inoculation, injection, it's not going to save us from old age, disease and death. Only Krishna consciousness can get us out from this condition in the material world. So there's a need, an urgent need for people to sacrifice, to give their life to distribute this Krishna consciousness movement. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Yari deki tare kaho Krishna upadesh, amara gaya guru hana tare desh. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has ordered everyone, wherever you go, whoever you meet, tell them about Krishna. In this way, become a spiritual teacher. All of you, you all have to become spiritual teachers. Atul Krishna Prabhu was telling me they're planning to begin a new course. Just like we have a disciple course, they're going to have a guru course. To train people to accept the responsibility of being spiritual master. Jayapataka Swami Maharaj has some ideas about things which people need to learn before they take up the guruship, to prepare them for that responsibility. But everyone should do it. There's no reason. Why? Nobody says, oh, you have to be a sannyasi to be guru. No. Nobody said you have to be Brahman, or you have to, well, we should be Brahman. You should be twice initiated, right? Nobody said you have to be full-time devotee. You may not be full-time devotee, but you should be full-time dedicated. Although you're not living in the temple, you should be committed, fully committed to the Krishna consciousness movement. So Krishna consciousness is expanding, but somehow ashram is diminishing. Both should expand. As the congregation expands, ashram should also expand. Young men should come and be trained. If they get good training in brahmachari life, then they can also go on and become householder. There's no bar that because you're trained as brahmachari, you cannot marry. Actually, the good brahmacharis will make good householder devotees. It's a good training, it's a good preparation for future ashrams. Many of the young boys there in the Gurukula, Bhaktividya Purna Maharaj's traditional Gurukula, some will become sannyasis and some will marry and become householders. But they will be very good devotees because they're very well trained. They have a very good introduction to spiritual life. So that training is very important. We come here to Mayapur to get training, to get education. We see so much nice devotees, they come here, they learn play Madanga very nicely, they learn Kirtan very nicely. We have wonderful music people like Devadharma here, Prabhu, teaching and just hearing him sing and chant. Then it's very inspiring for other devotees to learn. And so many senior devotees, also Jananivas Prabhu, Pankajangari, how they're fully engaged in the deity worship and doing service. So it's not that in old age we don't do anything. So we'll ask Subhak Swami Maharaj to please give some words of guidance and enlightenment for all of you. Subhak Maharaj is also my Shiksha Guru. When I joined the Krishna consciousness movement, he was there. He was in the temple. When I first went to the temple, he was already a full-time devotee. So I was impressed when I saw him, because I thought he was the only Indian there. I thought, wow, even the Indians are joining this. Because everybody else was, white. We were all English, British people. But Subhak Swami, I thought, oh, even the Indians are joining here.
Om Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshmurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namo Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Murtale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namne Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Sunnavadi Paschata Desutayane. So today is a very auspicious occasion, and we feel fortunate to be here joining this program of a devotee, Vaishnava, youth, so that we can enrich our bhakti in our journey back to our original home, original life, Krishna consciousness. For that, bhaktistu bhagavad bhakta sangena purijate. Moment question comes how you get bhakti, we have to associate. Our Acharya says you have to associate with devotee. Here, from realized soul, those who are experienced in this line, pure, setting example. If I look back, I'm getting old, now I'm 80 years old. My memories are little, not so much but as I reflect, I saw Maharaj there. There are many devotees. There, English, as he says, some American, few from here and there. Not American, not English, maybe one is from Armenia,
Friends.
Like that, few others like Jamaica, Jagadguru, what is his name? I forgot. And few others. Still he is there in England, in London. Last I went. So there are many devotees. Some of them stands out as a big leader, Tiruvarnatha. Some out very efficient in something, playing midang or some. I saw Maharaj. I used to go all Sankirtan, I am good for nothing, I must admit. There Prabhupada asked me to translate his books. But they asked me to do something in the kitchen. But I like maybe chanting in the streets. And some devotee asked me, can you try to distribute book? I must say I am not that very pushy. You should be, all these things, technique you should know, which they show and train in the temple how to approach people. This I saw that. And as I understand and remember, little Maharaj is also one of them doing for Kirtan. And I think he enjoyed it, I understand. Kirtan is very blissful. I also like very much doing Kirtan. I saw them fast like that, these devotees. And compared to others, some stands out. I think I saw Maharaj from my childhood experience or this, whatever I had experienced, he looked little bit different from others in a sense that just like a monk, shall I say, what is characteristic of that I as I remember, he and his sister, he has a sister also. I said, she was also here, as I remember, all these things. Later, after a long time, I didn't see him because I left England. And Prabhupada asked me to go so many places and asked me to do. I must say, I'm not good for it, but in that sense, I see he's taking great responsibility, and Prabhupada gave seeing somebody's capacity, talent in different field. If Prabhupada wanted to use it, dovetailing it to Krishna consciousness, so that we make progress in spiritual life, at the same time spread Krishna consciousness. Our movement is a movement of preacher. Preacher means he has to set up example, he has got a very good character, purity. And detached from materialistic way of life means gross and subtle sense gratification. In that way, I find Maharaj very good. Especially worldly enjoyment, and keep himself absorbed in Krishna consciousness. So devotee can learn from others. I understand as long as we live, we should always learn. And here is many devotees, we can learn from everybody. We can learn most from those who are realized, those who are pure, those who are dedicated. And this way our society is like a garland, flowers taken from different plants. Some are very beautiful, some are very fragrant, and one can make a garland or a bouquet out of it. I mean, unity in diversity. So you can learn so much. Here is the opportunity. Every best puja, Prabhupada says all my disciples can become guru and those who are others coming also. Because we require many preachers. Preacher means more or less guru. You are enlightening others. So best to hearing and chanting. So those who are long time in the movement, Prabhupada says they must have some purity. Purity is the force. And I see Maharaj, as I find, he is very steady and consistent. And it shows purity, definitely, and steady. This is very important, especially in our society, to set up an example. One thing is, naturally, to expand the society, we require many manpower and different preachers, collector, all these things is good. We require the hands, work hands should do, heads work heads should do, legs work legs should do. This way Maharaj is preaching. Later sometime I saw, after that in England, as I remember in Hong Kong, Maharaj is preaching. I heard he did so much austerity to learn Chinese, which I heard is very difficult. Nearly 2,000 alphabet he should know. Not an easy thing. He learned this Mandarin, one of the Chinese mainland, I think, near Hong Kong, maybe other parts also. I had to preach, and as an Englishman or UK man, he good English, so he was an English lecturer, most probably in university or something, and through that preaching, because our Acharya says, Jeno teno prakarana, by any means to bring somebody to the lotus feet of Krishna. That is preaching. Anyway, somebody is cooking, he is also preaching one sense. Somebody is dressing deity, so beautiful that people think that instead of going to other temple, come to ISKCON. Why? Krishna, the devotees knows how to dress Krishna Radha with flowers only, sometimes. Simply with flowers. So everybody, Prabhupada said, this is bring people, and seeing Mayapur, one Gujarati, I remember, he saw maybe businessman, simply seeing, I have never seen so nicely dressed, that deity. Because Prabhupada said, I have picked up the best flower of different countries. You understand what I mean? What Prabhupada said. In ISKCON, I have taken the best flower of different parts of the world, different country. In other words, these devotees are not ordinary, something rare. Those whoever join in ISKCON and dedicating their life in Krishna consciousness. These are not my word, I am just repeating what Prabhupada said. So, we should take it very seriously, Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, you won't last. Because Maya is very strong. Science, ignorance, which make us forget Krishna. That is Maya in general. That is why it is very important. Those who are pure, those who are long time experience, realize, hear from them. Hearing is most important. One should have a very much eager to hear from realize so. Thereby Krishna within the heart, most of the people are in a mode of passion and ignorance, and thereby the dirty things, material contamination will be washed off. Then they come to a platform thinking we are all spirit soul, we are not Chinese, Indian, English, American, Irish. That is ISKCON. Not on the bodily level, but on the spiritual level. You are here. Why? Because we identify ourselves with the spirit, so we don't see any difference. We see this common thing and give it most important. Then there is no Indian and Pakistanis. Joy Hari used to be there. He's so much. I remember we have got a good, like a small family in the early days. In ISKCON, each temple is like a small family. Though they come from different countries, different background. but they are working together for Krishna. Because why? Actually, this is based on love and trust, which is very much lacking in the material world. And they are suffering even they don't know they are suffering. Just like an ass or a hog. He is suffering. He was Indra. He is reminded. Still he said, no, I like this life. I don't want to be. This is material life. And this somebody can educate those who are experienced, pure, and what should I say? All these good qualities of a Vaishnava who are manifesting by cultivating Krishna consciousness. Steadily, seriously, sincerely, without pretension. Because the path of devotional service is like a razor edge. In this case, Purasya Dhara, Nishito Durakta is very difficult to stay. Maintain purity, standard, quality. This is what is wanted. But in a big organization, to expand at the same time maintaining purity, standard, quality, very difficult. But one group of devotees can do this. Purity, standard, quality. And others, those who cannot, they can expand. Some can do both in between. That is why I say Krishna consciousness means everything do with proper adjustment or harmony. Do different things there that it can make into variety, unity in variety. Make one thing with different things. This is our philosophy. The harmonist, harmonium, different sound, we put together into one beautiful sound. Come on, this is singing, playing harmonium. So Vaishnava are called harmonist. You should know. That is it's called proper adjustment. Or dovetail everything at Krishna. Otherwise it is 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0. Moment at Krishna, for the pleasure of Krishna, for the pleasure of Krishna's pure devotee, then you become united nation, the real spiritual world, Krishna's family. Here we are already in the spiritual world. Simply consciousness, we have to, that Krishna consciousness. Then we can hear only. So, dying here in association with the good devotees, by chanting, dancing, preaching, hearing, to deliver the other. Those who are fallen in Kali Yuga, everybody in Tamagun and Rajagun, bring them to the mode of goodness by association of good Vaishnavi. So there is no difference between Vaishnavi. In ISKCON now they have got GBC ladies, GBC preacher, top most important leaders that are becoming. So they can also come forward. Prabhupada said, my girls are no less than the boys. They sometimes collecting so much money, don't keep a penny in their pocket. This is real sannyasi, not attached to money, power, and sense object. So we have got a great responsibility to take. The Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted that every town and village people will be chanting. This is called Sattva Sankalpa. When God says something to the pure devotee, that will happen definitely. But one who is intelligent, it is said, Shumedhasa. One who is Shumedha, good brain, real intelligence, not material, spiritual intelligence, Krishna gave, he should take this opportunity and make his life sublime. And inspire others. One should not be Kripana, I am all the remain pure devotee. No. How to deliver, just our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's associate is the one. He said, my dear Lord, people are suffering, don't know, whole universe you can deliver. Why don't you deliver them? Though they are in the jail, suffering in this material existence. But they don't know they are suffering, many of them. Please deliver them. I will, this is Vaishnava, I will accept on behalf of them, you deliver them, I will accept all their sinful result of the sinful activity. This is Vaishnava, pure devotees, one of the symptoms. So devotees taking risk go out for preaching. So ISKCON is a Goshanandi group. That means all together try to deliver as many people as possible till the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's desire is fulfilled. So we have to take risk of life. Devotees sometimes suffered so much before Russia, we opened the door. And Prabhupada just put, so one seed, Ananta says, somehow or other, made bhakta. We can see later on from that. Just like a banyan tree, you put one seed, and from seed, huge banyan tree come. It has got innumerable fruits. And each fruit had got again so many seeds. So like that, each of you can be a guru in that sense. One who is preaching is a teacher. Teacher means guru. But at the same time, we have to set up example of the ideal character, purity, standard. So we have got this responsibility. This way we can, as Prabhupada showed, Acharya means one who himself acts. Here Maharaj, you see, for so many years, within this time, in institutions, so many things happen. I don't want to say dark side, better say the bright side. Here is one example, Maharaj. There, and must be, Prabhupada said, somebody is long time in the movement, he has got some purity, must be. Otherwise, Maya will kick him out. Without becoming qualified, one cannot come. Krishna is param, pavitram param, supremely pure. So we have to associate with Krishna and give Krishna. We have to be also like that. So here is your Maharaj, your Guru, Maharaj, also our Guru. If we learn from him, of course, I told already, as long as I live, I learn from. So here is, I feel fortunate to be here to share with Maharaj and learn and ask you what I learned from Prabhupada, telling something as I remember, it comes out spontaneously. So I heard that there's something highly, Prabhupada spoke about the Chinese devotee. Prabhupada said, from China, when the devotee will come, they will be very strong and steady. Something like that, he said. So we expect so much from you. And when a pure devotee is saying, definitely it will happen. So I welcome you, all the Chinese devotees from China, or those who are followers, or from that country coming, already become leader and preach Krishna consciousness and get the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead through leaders like Maharaj and deliver others under his guidance. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. So we take this opportunity to thank His Holiness. Hare Krishna. So dear devotees, we are running a little late. No mind. We hope everybody will cooperate with us so that we can be on time. So we are taking this opportunity to thank His Holiness Subhak Swami Maharaj for enlightening us the importance of becoming a true follower in Krishna consciousness movement. So Maharaj is, it is be pure. If you are in the moment for a long time, that's the proof that Krishna has chosen you to be here to play as an instrument in Krishna's hand. So we have got so many nice devotees here. Of course, His Holiness is there to bless us today. So now we will move on to the next part of our program. So we will invite two devotees from entire Chinese yatra to offer their homage for His Holiness at this point in time. So now I would like to invite His Grace Gadadhar Prabhu. Maybe Gadadhar Prabhu can come forward to this place and you can give your homage. So here is Gadadhar Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishta Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vinaya Narasimha Samitnamine. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishta Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Samitnamine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prachirine Nirisheshwara Pashtadeshitarine. I have asked from Subodhi Roy that I need to prepare some prayers for you, dear Guru Maharaj. And yesterday I was in a train from Vrindavan to Mayapur, and I have prepared small bhajan on Chinese. So I would like to read English translation, and then chant for 1 minute. So translation is that, Srila Guru Maharaja, please accept my humble obeisances. I put my hands together and begging for your shelter and blessings. Only if I become your servant, I will have the future and hope. O Srila Gurudev, you never give up preaching Harinam Sankirtan. Therefore, you have become my role model. Please accept my respect again. You never deviate from Srila Prabhupada's spiritual message. You are full of confidence in him. I hope and pray to absorb all your qualities. Your perfect teaching without any mental speculation. You are sharing with us in a simple way. I feel very lucky to listen to your lecture and instructions. Oh, great soul, I'm very grateful to you. With the touch of knowledge, you eliminate the darkness. May your glory will be spread everywhere, all the world. Again and again, I'm offering to you my obeisances. You sacrifice your life, soul, and everything what you have. I cannot express how grateful to you. I beg you for forgiveness of my numerous mistakes. I have no any qualifications, your servant Gadadhar Pandit does. Srila Guru Maharaja， 请你接受我谦卑的顶拜，我双手合十，求庇护和祝福，做您的仆人，我才有了希望。每分每秒，圣 Guru Deva， 也不放下Harinam Sankirtan， 从此你成了我的榜样，请你再次接受我的顶拜。Srila Guru Maharaja， 请你接受我卑微的顶拜。我双手合十，求庇护和祝福，做你的仆人，我才有了希望。圣普布巴的灵性的信息。圣普布巴的灵性的信息，每次讲述都粗被偏离，对你的充满着坚信的信心，希望能接受你所有的品质。圣 Guru Deva Maharaja， 请你接受我卑微的顶拜，我双手合十，求庇护和祝福，做您的仆人，我才有了希望。你所传达的完美的教导，没任何随便和心智推敲，以简单的方式给我们分享，听你的讲课我感觉很吉祥。Srila Guru Maharaja， 请你接受我卑微的顶拜，我双手合十，求庇护和祝福，做你的仆人，我才有了希望。伟大的灵魂，多苦有你，一直水火炬照亮了黑暗。愿你的荣耀四处传扬，一遍又一遍向您敬拜。Shri Guru Maharaja， 请你接受我卑微的顶拜，我双手合十，求庇护和祝福，做您的仆人，我才有了希望。你奉献了生命，你奉献了生命，灵魂 任何一切，无法表达我对您的感谢。我犯的过失，请你原谅，没任何资格的嘎达达兰达斯。Shila Guru Maharaja，请你接受我卑微的顶拜。我双手合十，求庇护和祝福，做您的仆人，我才有了希望。Shila Guru Maharaja，请你接受我卑微的顶拜。双手合十，求庇护和祝福，做您的仆人，我才有了希望。Hare Krishna。
Thank you, Gadadhar Prabhu. Hare Krishna. We can see devotees are enjoying like anything. Okay, now we invite Her Grace Suchitra, Charuchitra Mataji to come forward and give your glorification.
Hare Krishna， 亲爱的 Gurudev Bhaktivedanta Vinasha Narasimha Maharaj， 请接受我恭恭敬敬的顶拜。一切荣耀归于圣帕帕德，一切荣耀归于您 Gurudev， 祝您生日快乐。尊敬的 Gurudev， 能够成为您的门徒，是我今生极大的幸运，是您让我明白，在这个世界上，一个真正完美而又充满爱的人是怎样的。是您让我觉悟到生命的终极目标是什么，是您让我感受到作为人存在于这个世界所肩负的使命是什么，那就是努力的成为一个纯粹的奉献者，全力以赴的去传播 Krishna 知觉，永远想着 Krishna， 永远不忘记 Krishna。 亲爱的 Guru Maharaj， 您的语言，您的临在和您展示给我们的一切，都以最直达心灵的方式授予我们智慧和仁慈。在您的教导与庇护下，通过奉献服务，我感受到深深的快乐和极大的满足。您是那么仁慈，您对众生充满了爱。每当我想起您，我就获得了极大的勇气和力量，无限感恩您无缘的仁慈。祝您身体健康，福如东海，传教顺利。Krishna Mataji Astu。您的谦卑的仆人 Charuchitra Devidasi。
My Rukesh can translate some English, so we understand because we are not in China.
Hare Krishna.
Translate.
Hare Krishna, dear Gurudev, Bhaktivedanta Vinasha Narasimha Maharaj, please accept my respectful obeisances unto you. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories unto you, Gurudev. Wish you have a very happy birthday. Dear Gurudev, I feel this is my greatest fortune to become your disciple. It is you who make me understand in this world how it is like to become a perfect and a person full of love. It is you who make me realize the ultimate goal of life. And it is you who make me feel what is my mission as a human being existing in this world. That is to try my best to become a pure devotee. And I should spare no efforts to spread Krishna consciousness. And I should always think of Krishna and never forget about Krishna. Guru Maharaj, your language, your presence, and everything you exhibit to us, this is the direct way to bestow wisdom and mercy to our hearts. And under your instructions and shelter, through devotional service, I feel great pleasure and deep satisfaction. You are so merciful. You are full of love to all the living entities. Whenever I think of you, I got great courage and strength, and I am unlimitedly grateful to your causeless mercy. So I wish you have a very I wish you to be very healthy, and the fortune would come like the eastern sea. And I wish you to have very smooth preaching. Krishna Mataji Astu. Hare Krishna, your humble servant, Charu Chitra Devi Dasi.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So far we have heard from two devotees from Mayapur, living currently, but originally from China. As you know, Maharaj's heart is with Chinese devotees. Maharaj loves them so much. I don't have to express, because I have some experience. I have heard, I have seen personally how Maharaj is very much kind to you all. Of course, you all know. So, our Krishna consciousness movement is full of varieties, right? When you are honoring prasadam, you need how many items? At least 4 or 5 items, right? Then you can enjoy. So similarly, in any program, it has to be filled with different varieties. So now we are going to move our attention to the screen. Let's watch a drama directed by Her Grace Jamuna Priya Mataji from China. So the Chinese devotees have prepared one drama for us. Let's watch this drama, and after that we'll go on to the next program of hearing from different congregation members from around the world. And at that time I will give the control to His Grace, our Padmalochan Prabhu from Singapore. So now let's go to the screen to see the drama. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Yamuna Priya Devi Dasi, are you ready? 快点，快点。
有人能给他们发信息吗？他们那点肯定是用了2个 Zoom， 开了2个。哦，现在可以了，没事了，现在可以了。Gurudev, we wish you happy Vyasa Puja. Happy birthday. Wish you can live as long as the southern mountain exists. Gurudev, wish you have a happy birthday. And you can live as long as the existence of the southern mountain. Now we would like to present a drama.
I'm Guangzhou. Guangzhou là. Hay đông ở đây à?
蔡波，你们那边的说话不要太大的，就太多的话筒是开的。
开启了吗？把那个声音小小。好。
不是你的主声音不调，其他人应该都会。
谢谢您的爱，我的理解，您的信任与信念，您是我心中永远的光明。所有荣耀归于圣加鲁巴德，请接受我。
Dear Gurudev, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Please accept our humble obeisances. We would always follow your instructions. We would read the scriptures. Wish Gurudev happy birthday.
好，我識咗。
Yamuna Priya， 你的 drum 表演开始啊！
The host is requesting them to start. The song, the main meaning of the song is it's really good to have Gurudev. My brother, this body is full of ignorance. Somehow or other, we are fallen into this ocean of material sense gratification. Krishna is the supremely merciful. And he bestowed us the food offered to him so we can glorify the Lord. And we are calling out with love. This is a story happened 500 years ago. In India, in West Bengal, in the land of piety, Lord Nityananda was born in the village of Ekachakra. Lord Nityananda's appearance makes everything auspicious. The Lord come to this material world in order to set an example for us how to serve Krishna. Lord Nityananda always also play dramas with his friends. Prabhu, I'm coming. Where is Nitai? Where is Nitai? Nitai, he's playing with his friends. They're making drama together. What happened? I'm always thinking of Nitai. Without seeing him, I'm feeling worried. I cannot tolerate even one moment without seeing him. I think they are enacting Krishna's pastimes. How Nitai understands so many things about the pastimes. That is our pastimes. Only by my permission you can see. Prabhu, please don't worry. Lord Nityananda Prabhu manifested 12 years of pastime in Ekachakra. Then came one mendicant. Oh, Nitai, where have you been? When I'm not at home, you should not go anywhere. You cannot leave my eyesight. In this way, Lord Nityananda Prabhu exhibited 12 years of pastime. But when he was 13, there's one mendicant. That means a sannyasi. He is the 19th in the disciplic succession, and his name is Lakshmi Tirtha. He came to Lord Nityananda's house. He got nice reception from their house. Usually, the householders, they have no time to be engaged in spiritual activities. They're very busy in sense gratification and economic development. So I came here to give them an opportunity to enlighten them spiritually. Nitai, prepare the lunch. Please come. There is a sadhu came to our house. Immediately come. Obeisances. Pushpandali, immediately Pushpandali. You have been traveling for such a long time. Dear Maharaj, can we serve you prasadam now? Immediately bring the best prasadam and also put a lot of ghee. Please rinse your mouth and wash your hands. Very tasty. How long time you are going to perform? It's too long. There are so many other devotees in other countries need to offer their homages. Maybe we're going to stop you. This is a good opportunity for them to receive a transcendentalist and get his association. In this way, they can get a lot of mercy. So they should try their best to serve the sadhu. When the sadhu is satisfied with us, and then when the sannyasi is leaving, the householder should give some charities. Dear Maharaj,
we will stop the drama in 2 minutes, right? We'll stop the drama
我
in 2
们将在
minutes.
2分钟之内停止这个 drama. Maharaj, what desire do you have? How can we satisfy you? My house is your house. Whatever you like, you can take it. Anything you want, we can satisfy you. My desire is very simple. I have already everything I need. If possible, I need one assistant for my traveling. If you can give your son to me, then I would be very happy. This is the charity for you. My son! He wants our son! Dear Maharaj, please allow me to discuss with my wife. Maharaj, please take a rest. My dear, you have to know, you know that Nita is my life. Without him, I don't know how can I live. If you are not willing, I can tell him. If you are not willing, I can. We should satisfy the sadhu. We should satisfy Krishna. He is a Krishna's devotee. We should give our son to the sadhu. Prabhu, you are the master of the house. Whatever decision you make, I'm fully supporting you. Let me think. Let me bring some water for you. Time's up. Please finish. Because there's no time. We can't reach you by phone. Please finish.
Hare Krishna. A round of applause for our devotees from China for the beautiful drama. Right. So now we will move on to the offerings by the senior leaders from the congregation. Right. So we will start with His Grace Simeswara Prabhu from Kuala Lumpur. He has a very urgent meeting and therefore he has actually moved on for the meeting. So I'll request Sudarshan Prabhu to present the offerings on his behalf. Sudarshan Prabhu, over to you, please.
Maharaj, Dandavad Pranams to you. So I'm reading the offering on behalf of His Grace Simeshwara Prabhu. So this is what he wrote. Hare Krishna, what can I say for 2.5 minutes? His Holiness Bhakti Vigna Vinasha Narasimha Maharaj is very fiery in making sure we are strict in Krishna consciousness. He is very sweet in making sure we remain Krishna conscious. He is very kind and helping anyone in their difficulties. He is very free to meet and serve anyone. He is very strict himself and tries to make others strict as well, but is always forgiving if we are not strict ourselves. He shows by example, and when in Thailand is out on book distribution and inspires others to do the same. He always comes to Malaysia and gives his association and takes full advantage of the open doors for preaching and never says no to any request. I have never heard him say no when requested to preach at any center, house, or open programs. He lives by preaching and he loves speaking about Krishna. We in Malaysia thank Maharaj a lot for giving us the association. He took a difficult country to manage and preach, Thailand, where many failed. But he has got the special mercy of Srila Prabhupada and Gauranga, and he succeeded to take over where things were left off and not that great, but built the yatra and continues to build it nicely now that there are many Thai nationals also became devotees apart from the hundreds, thousands of Nepalis, Burmese, and Indians. Prabhupada went west to preach against Mayavada and Sunyavada, and he also came to Thailand, but only managed to be in the airport. He took a shower and continued his journey, maybe much more. His Holiness Swami Bhakti Vigna Vinasha Narasimha Maharaj is in Thailand, where there are about 350,000 monks and 64 million Buddhists, Sunyavadis. Actually speaking, he is the only monk, Krishna conscious monk. Prabhupada's mercy on him to preach in a Sunyavada zone. I always hanker to take his association. Thank you, Hare Krishna. So just to let you know, Guru Maharaj, Simeshwara Prabhu was there earlier itself because we slotted his time earlier. So, but he really had to leave. So begging his apologies on his behalf. Thank you very much, Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, can we have Mathura Das, please, from Russia? Mathuranath Prabhuji, can you please unmute yourself? Kasturi Mataji, is he one of the participants right now?
Yeah, he is.
Okay, then let's move on to Sri Vallabha Prabhu, Yatra leader from Damodar Desh. Vallabha Prabhuji, can you please unmute yourself and turn on your camera? Okay, we'll move on to Radha Bhava Prabhu, Yatra leader Shyama Desh.
Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisance at your lotus feet and all glory to His Divine Grace of Prabhupada and to all His disciples. We are very fortunate to have your divine presence through the Zoom, and I am taking the blessings of you for all of us at Shamadesh. His Holiness has been a great motivator for all the devotees world across. I personally had been fortunate to have his mercy way back in 1979 when His Holiness was in Jew. And we always remember his great mood of chanting in those days was so intense that he would sometimes sit in Prabhupada's quarters or at the corner of our Narasimhadev's Vigraha photo, and he would be chanting so intensely that we would never even disturb him, but we would love to hear him. He was also very close to His Holiness Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj in those days, and he used to always be distributing books or doing some seva. I never seen His Holiness relaxing for any times or even sitting down for a second. He's always on the move, very, very cordial and very polite to even the most junior devotee. In fact, I remember when he came to my house here also, one very new devotee did pranams to Maharaj, and of course we always expect Maharaj to just bless, but he himself did pranams, and that devotee was in tears. He said, "Why are you doing this, Maharaj?" And so we have a personality here who's so imbibed with Srila Prabhupada's humbleness, and he has written, and His Holiness has done such wonderful work. I mean, in such places like China and Thailand, where the resistance is so much to change people with so much ground realities, so different from the other part of the world. So it's his purity and his determination to serve His Divinity Srila Prabhupada that has really scored, and we really look upon His Holiness, and we pray that he remains in the best of health and serve Srila Prabhupada in more and more glorious ways. So thank you, Maharaj, for being such a wonderful person and support for all of us in ISKCON worldwide. We always look upon you, and you are really somebody who we feel that we should always adore and follow. Thank you very much, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Mathura Nath Prabhuji, can you please? Yeah, you're already muted. You're already unmuted. Please carry on. Mathura Nath Prabhuji, we can't hear you. No, it's not working. So I suggest we move on to Palaka Krishna Das Adhikari Prabhu, Malaysia President for the Northern region, and we will come back to you very, very shortly, Mathura Nath Prabhuji. Kasturi Mataji, can you please unmute Palaka Krishna Das Prabhuji?
Hare Krishna. Maharaj, Dhanyavad. Very humble to you. I am very happy. Association come to the happy birthday, Maharaj. We start again and meeting. Then kindness, care of the we inspired by you hope Maharaj.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Maharaj to come to the Malaysia again, and don't forget to come to the Alastar. We eagerly waiting for you and your association. I think first we meet in Potting Garden, maybe 97, 98, something. For I invited you Radha Yatra. That's the first time I met you in Penang Center. That time you are not very well. Still willing to come join in the Radha Yatra. From that we are always you eager to come to, always when you come to Alastar. In Malaysia you always come to the Alastar. That's your kindness and very happy. And also I got the chances to glorify by this Vyasa Puja. Maybe Maharaj remember me and my family. You're very close to Alastar and my family. You take care also of my family members and Alastar members. Your kindness, your humbleness, you are carrying the devotees. We are very appreciated. We are happy. Don't forget Krishna Das. You are also one of the six Guru. So I am very happy, Maharaj. Don't forget me and my family and our Congress member. Thank you, Hare Krishna Maharaj. We are happy. Vyasa Puja Day. Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you very much, Palaka Krishna Prabhuji. Can we have Sri Vallabh Prabhu once again? We tried calling you moments ago. Can you unmute yourself and turn on your camera, please?
Hare Krishna. Maharaj. Sri Vallabh here from Damodar Desh. We have been very, very fortunate to have your association so many years, and not only your personal presence, also your association in terms of so many other visits, and even now during the lockdown period, visiting us and giving us lecture as early as last week. And I thank you. You've not only guided your disciples, you've been a Siksha Guru for most of us here on Damodar Desh. We are always inspired and touched by your mercy, your humility, your very simple way of life, and that has attracted us in serving Srila Prabhupada's mission more. We look forward and we pray to Sri Sri Radha Madhav for a very long longevity of your life, as well as serving Srila Prabhupada's movement, and for us to be blessed to be able to offer service to you, dear Maharaj, and to all the devotees guided by you. Thank you very much, Maharaj.
Thank you very much, Sri Balaba Prabhu. Very kind.
Hare Krishna, Mathura Nath Prabhuji. Would you like to try? Yes, it's working now. Please proceed.
Hare Krishna, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Your Holiness, dear Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. Let me thank you for your example of sincere, consistent, and diligent service in mission of your spiritual master, founder, Acharya, and Shiksha Guru for the entire society for Krishna consciousness. His divine grace, Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Your example inspired me by its purity, simplicity, and steadiness, and I want to continue following to your footsteps. Let me thank you for your disciples who reflect your qualities. They are very sincerely and consistently trying to serve other Vaishnavas, even if it needs many efforts. Looking to your disciples, I become also sincere and consistent. Let me also thank you for your special attention to our city and region. More than 10 years you give lectures, seminars to us, engage us in singing kirtans and bhajans and dancing in front of the deities. Certainly it helps us to make advance on the path of devotional service. We learn Vaishnava qualities in Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and Shikshashtaka. It should be developed in order to be able to earn the mercy of Krishna and the Vaishnavas. So we try to do this in terms of our experience and our ideas about these qualities. We try to cultivate humility, patience, reverence as much as we can. And when we get opportunity to see and feel the manifestation of these qualities in association, it becomes true education. Thank you for this opportunity. Let me wish you good health and more diligent, patient, and sincere disciples. That they will accept transcendental knowledge which you transmit and will spread it throughout the world. Thank you very much and accept my humble obeisances to your lotus feet. Your servant, Maharaj Das, Russia.
Thank you very much, Mathura Nath Das. Adri Dharana Prabhuji, over to you.
Dear Guru Maharaj, on behalf of the disciples and Vaishnavas from Russia, I sincerely thank you for your mercy, nectar of spiritual knowledge, and care for each of us. Thank you for your personal attention to each and every devotee. Your quality is Karunika. In Russia, 18 years, you have been continuing the work started by Srila Prabhupada. In your preaching, you show how to apply Krishna consciousness and find positive spiritual alternative to a meaningless life. On public programs in Russia, you always leave a positive impression of yourself and spiritual message. It's changed people's heart. Thank you for your example of good relation and respect to mundane people whom you preach. You're a real gentleman. Thank you for your strictness towards yourself and for your indulgence toward others. In any situations, you firmly and uncompromisingly take Srila Prabhupada's instruction as a basis. At the same time, you accept the disciples' imperfections and give that strength and time to correct our mistakes. You call it istitiksha. But you always remind us that we're saved by our founder Acharya, His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. And you always teach us that our highest debt is to help spiritual master in his service to Srila Prabhupada's preaching field. Thus, our life will be sublime. Your spiritual qualities and example of faithfulness to Srila Prabhupada firms our determination to follow his instructions and in his footsteps. We offer our bodies and mind to you, Guru Maharaj, and this is our most fortune. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Adri Dharana Prabhuji, for a wonderful, heart-touching message. I would now request Archana Devi Dasi to present her offering on behalf of the Thai and Myanmar congregation. Archana Devi Dasi Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, thank you for this opportunity, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Gurudev, please accept my humble obeisances to your lotus feet, Guru Maharaj. I like to offer some flowers to you. All glories to you, Srila Prabhupada. All glories to you on this auspicious day of your Vyasa Puja. First of all, I would like to thank you for accepting this insignificant soul under the shelter of your lotus feet. I got initiation in 2010 when I was 15 years old. I was very young at that time. I was immature, but I was quite sincere. When the time go by, then I have grown up, and by the country that I stay, I have also tried to enjoy this world, Guru Maharaj, by forgotten the main object of bhakti. Oh my eternal spiritual master, by seeing your devotion towards Srila Prabhupada and Krishna, this has really inspired me. Every time I have your association, it gives me strength to do good in my spiritual life. By seeing you, the desire to enjoy this world disappear. Dear Gurudev, I feel forever in debt to your causeless mercy. Now, every week, I will be waiting for Wednesday to come, so that we will get to hear the nectar of Krishna Lila from you through Zoom. I want to be serious in your service, Gurudev. I beg for your mercy that I can have taste in chanting the holy name and to serve the Vaishnava with a humble mood. For me, you are the manifestation representation of the Godhead. I would like to ask for your forgiveness for the offenses that I have committed in the part of devotional service. I pray to Lord Narasimha Dev every day for your protection and for your good health. I have made some cake for you, Guru Maharaj. Okay. Thank you, Gurudev. And I have few devotees with me here. We really miss you, Gurudev, and we try to organize some more program next year.
Thank you very much, Archana Mataji. Thank you very much. Jai Narayan Prabhuji, can you please unmute yourself and be on camera too for your offering?
Hare Krishna Maharaj, kindly accept my humble obeisances and your lotus feet, Maharaj, on this auspicious Vyasa Puja celebrations. So it is great fortune, and I really thank devotees for giving me this opportunity to glorify you, although I have no qualification to do that. So Maharaj, so we hear one time Srila Prabhupada was asked to tell about His Holiness Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj, and Prabhupada said that what can I say about him? He is a Vaikuntha man. And Maharaj, so many devotees in this movement, they all feel that Your wonderful qualities are actually that of a Vaikuntha man. And what can we glorify about your wonderful qualities? You have those wonderful qualities which has attracted people from all across the world to take shelter of Srila Prabhupada. Maharaj, your attraction to Srila Prabhupada is so strong that in every lecture of yours, you will give some very beautiful examples of Srila Prabhupada, and which make us feel connected to Srila Prabhupada. And when we ask about your interaction with Srila Prabhupada, you always take a very humble position, and you always say that I did not have much interaction with Srila Prabhupada, but you're always Srila Prabhupada man, and you're always encouraging devotees to strengthen their relationship with Srila Prabhupada. And Maharaj, so this is really so inspiring for all of us. And Maharaj, you have so much attachment to the holy names. We see you chanting the holy name, every word discreetly, every word so clearly, and your chanting, just by seeing you chant so attentively, it gives also us some inspiration to chant nicely. And Maharaj, you are a perfect example of Trinadapi Sunichena. This is a dream of so many devotees to become humble, but that is a extraordinary and overwhelming quality of yours, which is touching the heart of every devotee. You are respecting everyone. You are respecting your God brothers. You are even respecting your devotees, your disciples, even your servants. We have seen you so many times, Maharaj. Even you are offering them obeisances. You are offering obeisances to your disciples and servants, and this is really sometimes puts the devotees into difficulty. And when it comes to God brothers, you are always giving them a superior position. You treat them as your spiritual masters. You always let them speak first. Just like we also saw just now, Subhag Maharaj came and you welcomed him, and then you said, Maharaj, you would like to speak. So this is so natural in you that you always want to, respect everyone. And Maharaj, you always talk, whatever you talk, you actually walk that. You have absolutely no attachment to any facilities. I can just share one example quickly with devotees. One time after Mayapur Yatra, Navdeep Parikrama, you were packing up your luggage, and you told me just to keep two sets of dhoti kurta. And I was selecting, I took the best of the two and tried to keep them in your bag. But when you looked at it, that I have kept the best one, you immediately told me to take them out. You took those best clothes and distributed to other sannyasis, and you kept something very simple for yourself, Maharaj. So that was so heart touching that, and in fact, once I heard that a disciple of yours, he brought a sleepers for himself, and which was not fitting well for him. And I heard that, Maharaj, you chose to use those sleepers which disciple brought for himself because he was not using it. So as a pure devotee spiritual master, your position is as a confidential servant of Krishna is so special, and it is at absolute level. But you are coming down to encourage us, and whatever condition of life we may come in, you accept us so lovingly. So we can't count of our good fortune. And I think this is the most special gift that the Lord has given us in our life. That is your association. So thank you so much, Maharaj, for accepting us despite all my mistakes. And thank you, Maharaj.
Thank you very much, Jai Narayan Prabhu, on behalf of the Indian Yatra. I'll now request Yogita Radha Mataji to speak on behalf of the Hong Kong and Taiwan devotees, please. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prabhu. My humble obeisances, Gurudev. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, you, Gurudeva, and Gauranga Chai. Gurudev, the efforts that you have put into preaching into Taiwan and Hong Kong, it's just no words. You went ahead first to learn our language, that's Mandarin, mother tongue for Taiwan and for Hong Kong. You also, you learn to preach to them. Imagine, they don't speak the language English, but book distribution is so important that you really truly want to just fulfill Srila Prabhupada's wishes and make him happy. And you went out alone in Taiwan. Even if you have to do book distribution, you walk out alone, Gurudev. No congregation, nothing had been made as yet. You walked out alone on the road doing book distribution. It's just really, you showed literally how important it is. And then in Taiwan, you also go ahead and give lectures. classes at the yoga centers, and you keep good association with the Buddhist groups as well, where devotees have been performing Sankirtanas, just as they did last week. All thanks to you, Gurudev. They're actually blending out into different groups and delivering the Lord's name between everybody. Govinda, really your mercy, Gurudev. Even in Hong Kong, whenever you're here, Gurudev, every morning you give the Srimad Bhagavatam classes. And in fact, you told us how important it is to read Srimad Bhagavatam. Even if nobody's there, Shishi Gaurnitai are there. Srila Prabhupada is sitting right there. You have to read to them. They will be so happy to hear the glories of the Lord. Govinda, you really. And then also for Gurudev, when you always go for Harinam, and you have always stressed on how important association is, and you've shown it to us. Gurudev, you are certainly a very exemplary person. You are someone who walks the talk of your life. That is what you do, Gurudev. Everything you have taught us, everything you have said, you actually walk that part in the life and you show it to us. Really, Gurudev. Barambar pranam, Gurudev. Totally my pranams. Thank you, Gurudev. Thank you so very, very much.
Thank you very much, Yogita Radha Mataji. I will now request Narasimha Chaitanya Prabhuji on behalf of the Nepal Yatra. I was seeing a big group of Nepali devotees behind you just now. So requesting you to unmute yourself and turn the camera on, please.
Okay. So Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. So please kindly accept our obeisances from Nepal. And one thing that really touched me about Guru Maharaj is he has so much of love for Srila Prabhupada and for the Krishna, that in any age group of devotees, when they comes in his contact, they feel so much of love. Like for me, for an example, I met Guru Maharaj when I was just like 17 or 18 years old. I was doing Bhakti Sastri that time in Mayapur. I saw him first time over there, and I was already in Mayapur for 2-3 months, and I was missing my home. I was missing my I was missing my parents, and first time I saw Guru Maharaj, he took our lectures for Nectar of Instruction. I was really touched. I feel that like something was there. And after class, I went to Maharaj and I had some questions. So he gave me 10 minutes of his life that time. And in that 10 minutes, I expressed everything about the question and my attachments and my missing of my homes and everything. And Guru Maharaj, in that 10 minutes, he laughed and he gave me so much of love and so much of relationship. And he said, oh yeah, I can understand. I was also, very young when I came to Krishna consciousness. He gave me so much of love. I feel like so touched that time, that like this is it, Then after that time, since till date, all the love and affection Guru Maharaj is pouring to all the devotees. And like me, it's like whenever I feel low or some difficulties in my life, I just close my eyes and just remember Guru Maharaj. And like I feel there is somebody who really loves me, like without any condition, without mercilessly, like causelessly he is giving his mercy. And like it's always give me that inspiration to move me and to continue my services over here. That Guru Maharaj, he is never tired, he is always active, he is always available for the devotees. He's very, he's uncompromisingly, he's doing Mangalatis, like devotees are glorifying, he's chanting and all the services. And whenever I feel low, I just close my eyes and remember Gurudev, and that give me inspiration to move on, to carry on with my services over here. And thank you so much, Gurudev, for becoming that representative of Krishna to us and giving us that love and affection that is that has kept us moving in this Krishna consciousness. Thank you, Gurudev. And we have a special cake, Gurudev, by devotees as an offering to you. And also at the same time, we have devotees where you can kindly bless us so that we can really make little difference, we can little assist in this glorious mission of Srila Prabhupada. So we have cake over here, Gurudev. So please kindly accept it. So made by devotees and all these devotees over here, Gurudev. Please kindly bless us, Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much. Thank you all the devotees. Thank you, Prabhuji, for organizing this wonderful festival. Hare Krishna Maharaj, please bless us.
Thank you very much, Yatra from Nepal and Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu. We have a short video clip from the family of Sridham Prabhu. Sridham Prabhu is Guru Dev's first disciple. So it's a short 2-minute video. I'm going to play it right now. Oops.
Hare Krishna, dear Gurudev. Please accept our humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and your divine grace. Gurudev, today I would like to share a few words on behalf of our family and especially my parents, Sridham Prabhu, who recently left his body, and my mother, Tulsi Devi Dasi. They fondly remember the times in Taiwan when you introduced them to Krishna consciousness. You personally taught my father how to chant using the japa beads. And I also remember how you taught us every song from the Vaishnava songbook. Thank you so much for planting the seed of Krishna consciousness in my father's heart especially, and encouraging and guiding us all the way since then. My sister and I especially thank you as well for always being there for us from the times we were in school, college, university, and just after that. Thank you so much for your mercy, compassion, kindness, and patience, and the time that you've spent in guiding us and making sure that you give us very practical and very simple instructions. That's something that we're able to follow, and that keeps us in Krishna consciousness. Thank you so much, Gurudev. Wishing you a very happy Vyasa Puja. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much. I know you've had plenty of thank yous today, but one more from me. Thank you so much for showering us with unlimited mercy and compassion, for planting the seed of bhakti in Sridham Prabhu's heart and Tulsi Mataji as well, and their family. Without them and without you, Maharaj, my path in bhakti would not manifest. I have so much to share, but a little snippet of Maharaj's mercy can be seen when you used to very patiently explain to me every single question out of my list with reference to the Bhagavad Gita. That is something which I cherish and hold very dear to my heart, and that a disciple gets with his spiritual master. Thank you so much, and wishing you a wonderful and very happy Vyasa Puja day. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Shravaniya Vishnu Charan. Vishnu Charan.
Thank you very much, Shravaniya Mataji and Prabhu. We will now move on to Gurudev's disciples. We will start with Vaishnavi Vani Devi Dasi from Switzerland. Mataji, can you please unmute yourself?
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Prabhupada. I offer this flower at your lotus feet. My name is Vaishnavi Vani. I'm living in Geneva, Switzerland. I met Guru Maharaj in Bangkok in 2011 in a house program. At that time, I don't know anything about ISKCON or Hare Krishna mantra. One devotee suggested me that I go to Guru Maharaj and take the chanting beads from him. Guru Maharaj asked me if I'm a vegetarian, and he asked me to take an oath to chant 1 round of Hare Krishna mantra every day. So I came back home and I started chanting 1 round every day. And the simple chanting and following Guru Maharaj's instruction, it changed my life. One moment association of a pure devotee can change one's life. And Guru Maharaj has been very kind to me, and he has been giving an expert. He's been giving very kindly many instructions and guidance on many things. And I wanted to specially thank Guru Maharaj for the amazing online classes from Bhagavad Gita to Brihad Bhagavatam. It's so interesting that we just wait to hear his classes every week. And he's been very kind to answer patiently all the questions addressed by the devotees on this auspicious day. I request Guru Maharaj to kindly bless me that I became very humble, and I beg Guru Maharaj to accept me in his service eternally. And I'm wishing Guru Maharaj and praying for Guru Maharaj for a very long, healthy life. Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Vaishnavi Vani Devi Dasi Mataji. Can I request Nandakishore Prabhuji from Dubai to please unmute yourself and turn on your camera?
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisances, Guru Maharaj. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. We are very fortunate to take part in this online auspicious Vyasa Puja ceremony, Guru Maharaj. It's been by your mercy that we have been able to get involved into Krishna consciousness. Every time you visit here, Guru Maharaj, we experience and learn a lot of qualities, Guru Maharaj. Your humility, whenever Guru Maharaj, any other visiting devotees also visit Damodar Desh, and they come to know that you visit here and that you're our initiating spiritual master, the first thing every devotee says is the very striking humility in you, Guru Maharaj. And your compassion has no bounds. Often you travel, Guru Maharaj, 4 to 5, 6 programs even in a day. And next day, again, you're ready to do the same programs with full zeal and enthusiasm, even giving time to meet devotees personally to discuss issues they face in their spiritual life, Guru Maharaj. You make time for one and all. That is really startling, and all devotees appreciate this remarkable factor about your compassion, Guru Maharaj. Many a times, Guru Maharaj, we see the unshakable service attitude towards Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, which inspires us that also someday we can be unshakable in our service to you, Guru Maharaj, and how you always give us often very simple one-line statements which are very guiding force in our spiritual life, such as many times you tell us, Guru Maharaj, not to get too overwhelmed with material life, and in this way you keep us encouraged to move on despite whatever may be the material situation, to be always fixed in devotional service, Guru Maharaj. By spending any amount of time with you, Guru Maharaj, we always feel spiritually fully surcharged, and also see that there is not a single moment not spent in Krishna consciousness, which you teach us, Guru Maharaj. So on this day, Guru Maharaj, we would like to pray to Lord Narasimha Dev for your good health and long life in Krishna consciousness. We all need you amongst us, Guru Maharaj, to be able to guide us and many more in this divine journey of Krishna consciousness. With these prayers, we wish you a very happy Vyasa Puja Mahotsav. Koti Koti Pranams again, Guru Maharaj, and thank you very much for the organizers, His Grace Padma Lochan Prabhu, and many more who have made this, His Grace Padma Nayan Prabhu, and many more who have made this online Vyasa Puja possible. Thank you very much, everybody. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Nandakishore Prabhuji. I'll now request Leelamati Devi Dasi from Thailand to please unmute yourself. And the rest of you, can you please mute your mics, please? Because it's causing a little bit of a distortion. Thank you very much. Leelamati Devi Dasi, are you there?
She has left, Prabhu. Just
Okay, so we'll move on to Ananta Roop Das and Raja Surya Prabhuji. From Thailand.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances. I'll go to Srila Prabhupada. So, I'm speaking on behalf of the Krabi devotee, ISKCON Krabi, Southern Thailand, and we are very fortunate to have your association, your guidance, because whenever we see you or whenever we hear your lecture, we get very inspired. And many devotees, they are truly love you so much. They, some of my friends, they are not even my godfather. They say that whenever you come to their place, they feel like you are their father. they said, when I meet my own Guru Maharaj, I'm not so happy, but when I see Narasimha Maharaj, I'm very happy, and I feel like he is my real spiritual teacher. So they qualifying like this. So they all love you, especially in Thailand devotee. Of course, all devotee love you, and you have preached here for so many years. And Thailand is somehow there is getting more devotee, more temple. In Phuket also recently the temple is just ready. And of course in Krabi we don't have temple yet, but with their blessing, and I hope in the future we can build one temple for Prabhupada. And we hope that we can distribute a lot of Srila Prabhupada books in the near future in Thailand, and they will be a lot of Thai devotees. So please bless us. I know you already blessed, but please give us more blessings so that we can do something for Thai people in Thailand. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. Can we have Dharmaraj Prabhu from Thailand, please? Kindly unmute yourself and turn on your camera. Okay, we will move on. From India, can we have Krishna Kirtana Das, please? Krishna Kirtana Prabhu, can you please turn on your camera? Hello?
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
I am audible, Prabhuji? Am I audible, Prabhuji?
Yes, you are, Prabhuji. Can the rest please mute yourself? Prabhuji, please carry on.
Please accept my humble obeisances, all Guru Srila Prabhupada. Guru Maharaj, first of all, I would like to thank you for accepting us as your disciple. You may not be that qualified. Gurudev, your dedication to Srila Prabhupada and his mission is quite exceptional. You are following each and every instruction of Prabhupada in completeness. As mentioned in Upanishad, Sveteshwar Upanishad, Yassa Deve Para Bhaktir. This quality of your complete surrender is also our hope to getting the ticket to Lord's abode. It is not, if we do follow the path sincerely and persistently. Yeah, as in Srimad Bhagavatam, it is also said that just by patiently, if we follow the path of spiritual life, the wealth of spirituality is waiting for us. We need to be sincere on that path. So I beg your mercy to be on this path with the stern faith in Krishna and Guru Parampara. Your humility, Guru Maharaj, is to your spiritual master. Dedication to him is so strong that it attracts each and every one. Your being a true disciple of Srila Prabhupada proficiently carry the responsibility of genuine disciple to take the war against Maya and also equipping us with it. I hope one day we will qualify to imbibe this of your quality. To my great fortune, I had a chance to associate with you on various occasions. And even with this small brain, I could understand your sincere concerns toward each and every one who comes in contact of yours. Yep. So even when they themselves are unwilling or disinterested to achieve your kindness, but still you wholeheartedly give your mercy to each and every one who comes in your association. This is truly the spirit of Lord Nityananda and his mission. Gurudev, during this time of world crisis, we pray to Sri Sri Radha Madan Gopalji, the presiding duties in Nasik, to give you the best of the health and carry on with your amazing selfless preaching mission and bless the whole world with your abundant mercy. Please accept my apologies.
Thank you very much, Krishna Kirtana Prabhu. Can we have, we'll be flying back to Thailand. So can we have Dharmaraj Prabhu once again? Dharmaraj Prabhu, I'm going to spotlight you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj, Gurudev. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glory to Srila Prabhupada, Gurudev. Sorry, I was cooking today. We are doing food for life, for dedicated to Guru Maharaj. This is why I was it's a bit late. This is why. Okay, so mine is like a little bit different. Year 2000, I went to London and around Oxford Street, and I met one brahmachari. One brahmachari stopped me, and he gave me a book, and he showed me the temple. And then I went to the temple, and I took London Ishwara, Jagannath Baladev Subhadra, and then Prabhupada. Prabhupada so attracted to me, and I took the picture and I bring back to Thailand. When I got back to Thailand, I went to Photoshop, and then I made like 60 by 80. The big one, and I put it on our demigod altar. Then after that, I start singing, because Prabhupada already in my house in Pattaya, like Sin City, Pattaya. So after that, I start singing the Hare Krishna devotee. Then then the year 2002, I went to Malaysia. Then when I went back from restaurant to the hotel in Jalal Ampang, I met one again brahmachari, and he stopped me and he gave me book, and then I gave him my business card, and then a business card and some donation. Then I told him that whenever you come to Thailand, please visit me. So that card he passed it to my Guru Maharaj. All right. So then Guru Maharaj, he tried to visit Pattaya so many times, and because of my business, I always go abroad, so we don't meet, we could not meet each other. So then finally 2005, Guru Maharaj came to my house and stayed a week in my house. Then when he woke up around like 3 o'clock, till he do his sadhana, 7, 8.
Prabhuji, 10 more seconds, Prabhuji.
Sorry.
10 more seconds. Too long.
Oh, too long. Oh, yeah. And then during his stay, he showed so much mercy and enlightened us. And in 2006, I became a vegetarian, and we took shelter from Gurudev on 2007 in ISKCON Phuket, and we took initiation from Gurudev 2008, and Gurudev was Rath Yatra in Pattaya. But in 2010, Gurudev caused mercy, we had a first Rath Yatra in Pattaya city, which is Sin City, as I told you earlier. And now we have ISKCON Pattaya in temple, and we are very much grateful and very fortunate to be your disciple, Guru Maharaj. And we are so thankful for everything you have been doing for us and for ISKCON Thailand, Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much, Guru Maharaj. Please bless us. Thank you, Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj.
Thank you very much, Dharmaraj Prabhuji. I'll now request Sundarangi Devi Dasi Mataji, and for the rest of you, can you please limit it to a maximum of 1 minute and 30 seconds, please, because we are already very late. Thank you very much. Sundarangini Mataji, can you please unmute yourself and turn on your camera? Okay, we will move on to Pran Priya Devi Dasi Mataji from India.
Prabhu, she has to go for a meeting today. She's currently unavailable.
Okay, so can we move on to Padmanabha Prabhuji from India?
Prabhuji, Sundarangi Mataji was trying to speak. I don't know if she can speak.
Okay, can you please?
Yeah. Keshav, Prabhu, we can't hear. Sundarangi Mataji, we can't hear you, although you are speaking. Can you disconnect and connect again?
Okay, so we will move on. We are now moving on to Taiwan. Can we have Nirguna Das Prabhuji and Tunga Vidya Devi Dasi Mataji, please? Okay, since we're not able to...
生日快乐 Hare Krishna Mataji 我们在台湾很安全祝福你寿比南山生日快乐
Dear Guru Maharaj, it's Chungavidya Devdasi. We want to pay our highest obeisance to you and all glory to Srila Prabhupada. We feel very thank you for have the opportunity can associate with you and can take shelter on your lotus feet. And it's also want to thank you for your mercy to give us the knowledge of Krishna consciousness. Because your mercy can let us have the spiritual knowledge. And I wish you all well in Mayapur and wish you have the good health. Thank you, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Can we audible?
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
You can hear now, Sundarangi Mataji. Please speak.
Hare Krishna.
Please accept my humble obeisance to your Lord of the Guru Maharaj. Oh, great to Srila Prabhupada.
As her mother tongue is Thai, so I speak on her behalf, her glorification. Please accept my most humble obeisances at your lotus feet, Guru Maharaj. It is the duty of a disciple to glorify his spiritual master every day, every hour, every minute, every second, every moment of their life. On this very auspicious day of your appearance day, it is my small attempt to genuinely glorify and express my gratitude to you for my own purification. As one can't count the waves in the ocean, similarly, you are the ocean of good qualities which an ordinary person like me, who is struggling with own mind and senses, can't appreciate it due to my material conditioning. But I know Vaishnavas by nature are very merciful to a neophyte, and by your mercy, this small effort can be successful. I feel very fortunate and blessed to glorify my eternal spiritual father. Gurudev, you are full of compassion and mercy. Your concern for the spiritual well-being of each one of us is simply incomparable. Like that, when the temple opening of Phuket was there, we all are there to celebrate this occasion. We are very late for our return journey and we don't told to Maharaj that we are returning from there. So Maharaj, when he know, Maharaj specially came and asked from us, oh, you are now returning. How you like the program? Is everything okay? You took prasadam. Everything small detail Maharaj asked from us. This shows Maharaj so much love and concern. And Guru Maharaj didn't waste even single penny of Prabhupada in his own service. When someone gave donation to travel by taxi or for anything, so Guru Maharaj didn't travel in taxi. Maharaj preferred to travel in bus to just save the Lakshmi of Prabhupada. Guru Maharaj, his own example, Maharaj is so humble and caring. Maharaj has so many innumerable qualities, but there is limited time and everyone wants to glorify Guru Maharaj. So I stop here and I pray to Lord Narasimha Dev that he bestow long life and good health to Guru Maharaj, so that Maharaj delivers so many conditioned souls like me. Thank you so much, Maharaj, for accepting me as your spiritual daughter. I am really grateful to you, Guru Maharaj. Please always bestow causeless mercy upon me. I am very fallen, Maharaj. Guru Maharaj ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji and Mataji. Can we have Krishna Bhavana Mataji from Taiwan, please?
Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. It's so inspiring to see so many of my god sisters and god brothers glorifying you today. I'm very touched. And on this auspicious day of your appearance, I would like to say I'm so fortunate that you gave me your mercy so many years ago and your instructions, and also that I admire so much your simplicity, your purity, and your humility. In your lecture today, you said that you are so concerned about the people who are suffering in this material world, and I feel that concern too. So please give your blessings so that along with Tungavidya, Nirguna, Shilpa, we can also increase the preaching in Taiwan to reach out to the suffering souls, and hope also that you can come soon to Taiwan so we can serve you. And I pray to Narasimha Dev to give you good health so you can continue to give your blessings to the whole world. And thank you to all the organizers of this Zoom meeting. Thank you so much. Jai Srila Guru Maharaj, Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Thank you very much, Shilpa Shyam Krishna Bhavana Mataji. Can we have Shilpa Shyam Mataji from Taiwan next, please?
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances at your lotus feet. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. I'm so happy to be here to attend this Vyasa Puja ceremony. I'm so grateful to all the devotees who have organized it, and I'm so happy to see you, Guru Maharaj. We really miss you. And I'm so touched by hearing all your disciples are speaking so much about you, and it makes me feel that you're so personal with each and every one of us, and you're so busy. In spite of that, you have given so much love to me personally and to my family, and guided me personally in every little thing, and I feel so fortunate. You're just too kind, Guru Maharaj. I don't have words to say that, and really miss you a lot. I hope you can come soon. And yes, as always, I pray to Lord Nishingadev to protect you. And thank you so much for your mercy. I'm grateful to Krishna that he gave me a spiritual master as you. Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
Haribol, Shilpa Shyam Devi Mataji, thank you very much. We will now move on to Malaysia, where we have Gurudev's senior disciple, Dwarkadesh Prabhuji. Dwarkadesh Prabhuji, can you please unmute yourself and turn on the camera? Kasturi Mataji, can you please spotlight Prabhuji? Prabhuji, we can't hear you. Somehow your audio is not clear. Maybe your microphone is not working, Prabhuji, because you are unmuted. So, can you try again? Yes. Yeah. No, we can't hear you. So maybe while you switch on, while you reset your system, we'll just move on to the next person, Prabhuji. Is it all right? Thank you very much, Prabhuji. So can we have Satyavrata Prabhuji, please, from Malaysia? Satyavrata Prabhu, can you please unmute yourself and turn on your camera? Okay, we'll move on to Kamalakshi Devi Dasi from Malaysia.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, dear Guru Maharaj. Please accept our humble obeisance unto Guru Maharaj lotus feet. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Happy Appearance Day and happy Vyasa Puja, Guru Maharaj. We are very fortunate to have the opportunity to glorify Guru Maharaj on this auspicious day. We are very fortunate, firstly, due to Guru Maharaj entering in our life and heart. Guru Maharaj is very merciful, just like Lord Nityananda. But we, Guru Maharaj's most fallen children, have no qualification to serve Guru Maharaj. But still, Guru Maharaj is so merciful and giving us the blessing to serve Guru Maharaj with utmost love. We would like to express our deep thankful for the service opportunity that Guru Maharaj so kindly give us. And we are trying our best to serve Guru Maharaj with sincerely. We have not met a person who has been so kind and has cared for us. Please save us from all the traps of Maya. We have no ability and no words to express Guru Maharaj's glories with our sinful mind, But with Guru Maharaj blessing as ocean of mercy, we can overcome all the problems in our life. We thank you, Guru Maharaj, for showing such mercy towards us. For thousands times we thank you, our dearest Guru Maharaj, with our deepest heart, and we offer lots of love again and again, and we bow to Guru Maharaj's lotus feet with great respect, and we always pray to Lord Narasimha Dev to take care and bestow Guru good health and very long life for Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj, last but not least, not only, if we did any mistakes, please forgive us, Guru Maharaj. We love Guru Maharaj very much. Once again, happy Vyasa Puja, Guru Maharaj ki jai.
Jai.
Guru Maharaj, we just offer one cake for Guru Maharaj. That Roshni Naidu, my daughter, do for Guru Maharaj.
Haribo.
Thank you very much, Mataji. We'll move on to Dwarkadesh Prabhuji.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
Dwarkadesh Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, can you hear me? Hare Krishna, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Prabhuji.
Okay, Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadagara Suvasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Maharaj, due to the limited time, 1.5 minutes, I could run fast on this, whatever I know. I just want to share my services, what I'm doing in Penang. Please accept our humble obeisance of Guru Maharaj at your lotus feet. Guru Maharaj, this year's Vyasa Puja is extraordinary. We are associating with Guru Maharaj virtually on online celebration. Thanks for all the organizers. Sita Sunde and I wish to convey our utmost heartfelt gratitude for accepting us as your disciples and continue giving us guidance and shelter at all times. We are almost about 21 years with Guru Maharaj under Guru Maharaj shelter and guidance. Due to coronavirus, all of us isolated in one place, cannot move around. Currently, I'm attached to ISKCON Penang. We cannot go to Butterworth because of the coronavirus. So we have one Pujari. Mayapur, there is no more Pujaris from Mayapur. The local Pujari is Manibhushan Prabhu. So I take a permanent service, Pujari service on Sunday to continue at Penang temple. Guru Maharaj, Sita Sunde and I are very fortunate enough to come into contact with Your Holiness to reform our entire material life completely through your instruction and guidance and providing us the opportunity to go back to Godhead. Although it is our initial desire, but most important aspect in our life is to serve Guru Maharaj and my wife together, birth after birth. Again, Guru Maharaj, we are praying to Lord Narasimha Dev, Radha Madhava, Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, and Panchatattva for their lordships, mercy, and protection upon Guru Maharaj during traveling and preaching, especially during this most difficult situation in the world now. Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you very much. Your humble servant, Dwarkadi Dasa and Sita Sundari Devi Dasi. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Can we have Sri Devi Gorangi Devi Dasi from Kuala Lumpur, please?
Hare Krishna, Srila Guru Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Srila Guru Maharaj. This insignificant, humble servant offers Srila Guru Maharaj a very glorious, auspicious, happy 72nd Sri Vyasa Puja 2021. I'm grateful and happy that devotees from all over the world are offering their heartfelt glorification of prayers, love, gratitude, and homages to Srila Guru Maharaj on the occasion of your auspicious Vyasa Puja 2021. I would like to offer my gratitude to Srila Guru Maharaj for your preaching of the transcendental names of the Lord. Although Srila Guru Maharaj is not able to travel due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, Srila Guru Maharaj is fully utilizing your time to conduct daily online classes which are so mesmerizing, always invoking bhakti in our hearts. I enjoy the question and answer sessions which are lively. Srila Guru Maharaj listens very intently and provides answers which are practical and beneficial even for beginners. Srila Guru Maharaj is doing a great spiritual service by preaching extensively and intensively in his divine grace, Srila Prabhupada's Krishna consciousness movement to fallen souls like us during this COVID-19 pandemic times. The most fortunate thing that has come out of this pandemic is that we get much more opportunities to have Srila Guru Maharaj's Vani and Vaku Association in amazing online classes.
10 more seconds.
This humble soul is sure that His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada, is so pleased with all of Srila Guru Maharaj's endeavors to preach Krishna Bhakti all over the world. Srila Guru Maharaj is leading by example, demonstrating daily how important it is to hear, chant, and carry out devotional service. I feel reassured when I clarify with Srila Guru Maharaj on devotional, personal, and work matters too. I humbly seek the love, care, and protection of Srila Guru Maharaj. On one occasion, Srila Guru Maharaj assured me with the following words: however, by the grace of Lord Krishna and his devotees, you are pulling through. I can only hope that you will get more realization from all the problems that you are facing. So I always remember these words of Srila Guru Maharaj. My homage is much longer, but due to time constraints and many other devotees need to give their homages too, I'm cutting short it to go to the last part.
Mataji, I'm sorry, but we do not have time. Sorry, we really have to cut. Yeah, thank you very much, Mataji.
Significant humble servant, Sri Devi Gaurangi Devi Dasi.
Haribo. Okay, we have two more speakers, Guru Maharaj. One from Malaysia and all of us from Singapore are coming together to speak. So can we have Divya Drishti Devi Dasi to present her homage, please?
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. Thank you to the organizers for this opportunity. Please accept my humble obeisances at your lotus feet, Guru Maharaj. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Guru Maharaj, my family and I are very fortunate to have had your association for almost 20 years now. Thank you for all the opportunities to serve you, to hear the transcendental topics from you, and to meet the wonderful God family from around the world. Serving you, Guru Maharaj, has always brought me a lot of joy. However, I pray and beg that by your mercy one day I can imbibe your mood in serving Srila Prabhupada. The verse Yasha Prasada Bhagavad Prasado Yasha Prasada Nagati Utopi from the song of Vishwana Chakravarti Thakura constantly reminds me of the importance of obtaining your mercy, Guru Maharaj. I pledge to renew my efforts to sincerely chant the holy names and study regularly Srila Prabhupada's transcendental books. I fall at your lotus feet and pray at your lotus feet to please forgive me for all my offenses, and I pray that Lord Narasimha protects you always. Thank you for showering me with your mercy of love for Krishna and his dear devotees. I'm eternally indebted to you, Guru Maharaj. We need you, Guru Maharaj. Thank you to the organizers and your spiritual daughter and servant, Divya Drishti Devidas. Hare Krishna.
Haribo. Thank you very much, Mataji. So this is the last offering, Guru Maharaj. We are, really mindful that we have taken too much of your time, Guru Maharaj. So this is the group from Singapore. All of us would like to, due to the shortage of time, we are not able to give you individual homages. So all of us are coming as a group. Right? Thank you very much, Guru Maharaj.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. Happy Vyasa Puja. We miss you, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Come soon, Maharaj.
Thank you very much, Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much. Yeah. And thank you to all the devotees who have assisted with this Vyasa Puja preparations. And over to you, Padmanayan Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Padmalochan Prabhu. It was a nice organization on your side that we are very happily watching the offerings of the devotees. Prabhu, can you mute? Okay, so now we are very happy to announce that His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj had sent his blissful message to greet His Holiness on his holy appearance Vyasa Puja celebration. So let's spend a few minutes to hear Maharaj's message, and then we will go to the next program.
I'd like to offer my humble
obeisances my gear. Obeisances my dear God brother, His Holiness Bhakti Vigna Vinashana Narasimha Swami. I'm very fortunate that he's helping me preach in Thailand and Malaysia, and his participation in Mayapur's Rekamas and different functions is highly appreciated. He also learned Chinese. He's very active in preaching to Bangladesh and other Chinese people. So we're very thankful that he's been giving us his association here in Mayapur, and that I have the great good fortune to be having him assist in various yatras in the East. So on this occasion of his Vyasa Puja celebration, I'd like to offer my humble appreciation for the great service he's doing. And may he be always engaged in Prabhupada's dear service. Krishna, I hope this finds him in good health and that he'll be ever wistfully engaged in Prabhupada's seva. Your servant, Jai Swami.
Haribo.
Sri Srimad Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj ki
Jai.
Okay, so this is such a wonderful moment for all of us. As you have been hearing from the experience of different devotees, how the gurus in our movement have been struggling hard. They're putting their life and soul to help us become Krishna conscious. So now let us take this opportunity to go to the next part of the program, where we, on behalf of the devotees who have assembled here and the devotees online, we will make our humble offering to Maharaj. And at this point in time also would like to recognize our dear devotees from Malaysia, His Grace Marichi Prabhu and Juna Janmashtami Prabhu, who is the founder of Mayapur Institute in Mayapur. And when Prabhu started this program, he was always in touch with Maharaj, even now also. So Maharaj have been supporting Mayapur Institute. So Prabhuji is here to greet Maharaj here. And our dear teacher, His Grace Swami Krishna Prabhu, Radhika Nagar Prabhu, our whole Mayapur Institute family members are here. So now let us all try to offer our offering to Maharaj by offering the arati as per the rule of the GBC body, that once in a year we can offer our puja to our Guru Maharaj. Okay, so please you can be seated wherever you are, and I would request His Grace Devadharma Prabhu to kindly lead the Kirtan, Sri Guru Charana Padma, and we will continue. Hare Krishna.
Sri Guru Charana Padma Kevalo Bhakati Sarma Sri Guru Charana Padma Kevalam Kati Sadma Sarana Padma
Kevalabhakati Sadma
Vandamui Sabhadanamate
Vandamui Sabhadanamate
Vandamui Sabhadanamate Krishna Bhakti hoy jao hote Krishna Bhakti hoy jao hote Oh Krishna Bhakti hoy jao hote Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare
Krishna. So now we are bringing Bhoga because as Maharaj wanted to offer puja to Prabhupada also on this day. So now we are bringing Bhoga. We will make the arrangement and then Maharaj will offer Bhoga to Prabhupada and then after that he will offer Arati to Prabhupada and this is how we will conclude the program. So now while we are making the arrangement for Bhoga offering, I would request Devadhana Prabhu to continue with the mild Kirtan and we all can enjoy the Kirtan while we are arranging offering. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Everyone please. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. So now Maharaj will offer Arati to Prabhupada. So before we start, I'll chant Maharaj Pranam Mantra. You all have flowers. We'll offer to Gurudev. Then Gurudev will offer Arati to Prabhupada. Okay? Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vigna Vinasha Narasimha Iti Namine Esa Puspanjali Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vigna Vinasha Nrisingha Iti Namine Esa Puspanjali Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vigna Vinasha Narasimha Iti Namine Esa Puspanjali. Okay, now we will chant Sangsara Davanal and you all can follow us in the Kirtan. Hare Krishna.
Jai Samsara Davanal Nidalaka Tranaya Karuna Ghana Ghanatam Samsara Sakolana Gunarnavasa Bande Gurasi Charanarvindam Sakola Bande Gurasi Charanarvindam Prabhu Kirtana Nitya Gita Bhajita Madan Manasarasena Mahaprabhu Kirtana Nitya Gita Bhajita Madan Manasarasena Romanchaka Kampa Sutaranga Bhaja Bande Gura Sri Charanaravindam Ramancha Kampa Bande Gura Sri Charanaravindam Sri Charanaravind Chaturvida Sri Bhagavat Prasad Divigrahara Dhananitanana Sringaratan Mandira Marjanada Divi Vigrahara Dhananitanana Sringaratan Mandira Marjanada Ajuktasya Bhaktangsa Nitinjatopi Vande Gura Sri Charanarvindam Juktasya Bhagavat Prasada Sadhana Triptan Hari Bhakta Sangha Kritaiva Triptin Bhajata Sadaiva Vande Gura Sri Charanarvindam Gura Sri Charanarvindam Vande Gura Sri Charanarvindam Radhika Madhavayar Para Madhur Jalila Gunarupanam Radhika Tiksana sadana lalapasa Bande Gura Sri Charanarvindam Tiksana Nikunja Juna Ratikali Sithai Jajali Virju Tira Beksaniya Dasi Vallabhasa Bande Gura Sri Charanarvindam Bande Gura Sri Charanarvindam Sasadaritana Samasta Sastra Ruptasata Bhavata Eva Sarve Arkintu Bhavarja Priya Eva Tasa Bande Gura Sri Charanarvindam Kintu Pravarja Sasitanam Vande Gura Sri Charanarvindam Dayantu Antasar Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Jaya Guru Dev Guru Dev Guru Dev Jaya Guru Dev Guru Dev Guru Dev Jaya Jaya Guru Dev Guru Dev Guru Dev Jaya Guru Dev Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Prabhupada Nitai Gau Hari Bol Hari Bol Gaur Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Gaur Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Gaur Hari Bol Gaur Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Gaur Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Gaur Hari Bol Gaur Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Gaur Hari Bol Gaur Hari Bol Li Gaur Hari Bol Gaur Hari Bol Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Li Gaur Hari Bol Gaur Hari Bol Gaur Hari Bol Gaur Hari Gaur Hari Gaur Hari Hari Bol Gaur Hari Gaur Hari Gaur Hari Gaur Hari Hari Bol Hari 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 Bol Gaur Hari Bol Hare Hari 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 Bol Gaur Hari Bol Hare Govinda Madhava Mukunda Bol Govinda Hari Hari Bol Govinda Madhava Mukunda Bol Hare Govinda Madhava Mukunda Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Gaur Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Gaur Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Jaya Jaya Guru Dev Guru Dev Guru Dev Jaya Guru Dev Jaya 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 Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gaur Pranande Hari 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 Bol
Jayom Vishnupad Paramahansa Paribrajacharya Ashtatarasata Sri Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Srila Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda Ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Prem Shighor Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vyasa De Gaur Bhaktavinda Ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shyam Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan Ki Vrindavan Mayapur Dham Ki Ganga Mai Yamuna Mai ki, Tosi Maharani Bhakti Devi ki, Yugadharma Harinam Sankirtan ki. All glories to assembled devotee. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories Sri Guru Sri Gauranga. Nitai Gaur Siddhanath Premanande.
Jai. Hari Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So now we are at the last part of our program. So now we can request the devotees who would like to make some humble offering to Gurudev on his auspicious day of appearance. So you can come forward. You can make the offering while mild kirtan is going on. Devadharma Prabhu, just chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Okay. Sri Srimad Bhakti Vigna Vinasa Narasimha Swami Guru Maharaj ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Mataji on another line and Prabhuji on another line. Please come forward to offer to your gift to your beloved Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Please don't come near Maharaj. You can make your humble offering and leave without touching Maharaj, because there is a strict instruction from the disciples. They are very much concerned about Maharaj's health. Considering the current pandemic situation, we are humbly requesting everybody not to come near Gurudev. You can make your offering on the table and Gurudev will accept it. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Everyone, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare. Bolo bolo, Kirtan, Kirtan. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hey, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna. So we are very happy to come to the conclusion of the program. At the end, we would like to convey our thanks and gratitude to the devotees who have come forward to bring success to this program. His Grace Padmalochan Prabhu from Singapore, Kasturi Manjari Mataji, who are mostly taking care of the Zoom services. Then Sati Devidasi and Jamuna Priya Mataji from China for presenting the drama on Zoom. And His Grace Tamal Duti Prabhu, Damodar Prabhu, Vinayak Prabhu, and our great Kirtaniya Devadharma Prabhu, plus other devotees who have joined online to glorify His Holiness. So thank you all devotees very much. So now we can go for prasadam as soon as you complete your acceptance of cake from Guru Maharaj. Sri Srimad Bhakti Vigna Vinasana Singha Swami Guru Maharaj ki. Sri Srimad Bhakti Vigna Vinasana Singha Swami Gurudev's appearance day celebration festival ki. Srila Prabhupada ki. Samaveta Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki. Jai Nitai Gaura Premanande. Hari Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Now we are requesting all devotees to go to the prasadam hall and honor Mahaprasadam. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj.
他在第一次
看不到你的脸，你要反过来，你要把摄像头反过来。帮他手，你的摄像头看不到，看到的是你的床啊。你把摄像头转过来，你的摄像头对，要对着你的脸啊，你的摄像头。看不到你。你要把摄像头反过来，你的电脑。就是你的手机点一下那个摄像头，转换摄像头。还想要。
谁安排的？
Karibu.